This is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in Roy. Today is June 3rd, 2026. We're at 5202 South, 2675 West. We have the camera pushed at 125 feet. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. It's a fairly average length of a line. Average length of a line that I see is about 100 feet. This first connection point is called the nose on, and that's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. And it looks like a gravel cement pipe so far. You can see some of that aggregate on the bottom of the pipe there. One of the main things I'm looking at is the grade, and so we don't want to see any standing water. That's how we check the grade. So far it's looking good. You want everything to drain on its own with gravity. I'm accessing the line through the roof stack. Bit of waste. Looks like a wet wipe. You want to avoid putting wet wipes down the line. They have a hard time getting out, and if you get a bunch of them stuck in the line, it can create a blockage where it backs up. We have some roots coming through a joint here. Probably just big enough. I'd recommend they be cleaned out now. Drop in the line. I'm going to push it back through here. Doesn't look like it's necessarily transitioning to a city line, but there is a drop. But anyway, you have big enough roots that I'd recommend they be cleaned out now. Otherwise waste can build up, and if enough waste gets stuck, it can create a blockage where it backs up. And so I think it would be important to have this line cleaned. We're starting to go through some cast iron, and so that's an older type of pipe. Usually the weaker link is cast iron. for being cast iron, this looks pretty decent. But it will get more scale and rust over time, and so you definitely want to avoid wet wipes. Eventually it'll need to be replaced, but that still looks pretty decent. Hopefully you can hear me okay. There's a big jet going by. Cast iron I would consider to be the weaker link. Gravel cement isn't the smoothest pipe in the world, but it doesn't get as rough and rusty and scaly the way that cast iron does. Cast iron also thins out a lot more than gravel cement does. And the tough thing about cast is that it's under the house, and so sometimes you have to dig it up to get to it. This looks like it had pretty good grade. I didn't see standing water, and so that means that when it's time to replace it, you could hopefully have a liner blown in as opposed to digging it up to get to it. But for now, I'd recommend getting it cleaned to get out those roots. I would probably recommend the insurance on this line through HomeServe. That way if you have a backup, they can come have it cleared, or if you have a bigger issue, they can put money towards it. I'm going to end this recording now.